Hi everybody, Kimmie Kaboom here, and we are back for another installment of email questions. Anyway, we came up with this little idea. We made like a whole series of this, and it is basically where we answer questions. So we like to put them in our little bucket or bag or whatever we have handy. This happens to have an ice bucket handy, so shake them up really good. And
YouTube.
What?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. I usually say it at the end, but I guess I should say it at the beginning. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, that good stuff. And of course, if you have questions, always email me, thekimmiekaboom@yahoo.com. THEKIMMIEKABOOM@yahoo.com. So the first question is, how do you prepare physically and mentally for upcoming shoot? Good question. For me, shoots, especially when I go like do company shoots other than our shoots. I mean, our shoots to me, when I shoot with Daryl, those are not like physically and mentally demanding because it's with my husband. And usually we are pretty much kind of spitball what we were kind of wanting to do in the scene anyway, so it's really a no-brainer. For company shoots, it is a little different because, especially if I fly down by myself, I'm kind of by myself, so I use that time to kind of just do the whole me, get into my zone. But for company shoots, it's work. So I kind of clock in. It's like I clock in when I get there and clock out when I leave, kind of thing. So that's kind of how I mentally prepare for it, I guess. Physically, I don't really say. I don't really think I'm not trying to work out or nothing. I mean, I wash my ass. I mean, it's always a good thing. I'll take a shower, I'll brush my teeth, I use mouthwash, I make sure, I'm clean for my co-star. I want to make sure that, nobody wants to be the smelly person. But no, but yeah, I try to get some good night rest before the scene, and, that way I'm prepared for it, and, so funny. Daryl's doing charades in the background, so it's so funny.
Do you do any kind of stretching exercises and like yoga kind of stuff or anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm not doing Cirque du Soleil or nothing. So, yeah. Why did you say yes to a career in the porn industry? This is a two-parter, so I got to make sure Daryl has fussed at me about this. In a loving way, of course. Honey, some people ask you multiple questions and you only answer like the first half, and I'm thinking, okay. It says, why did you say yes to a career in the porn industry? And it says, what was the sale point that sealed the deal? Okay, so many of you know the story on how I got in the industry. Because I'm trying to keep these videos about 10 minutes long, I don't want to go into that whole story, but you can always go to KimmieKaboom.com and kind of, get the gist of it from my intro. Also, I've got hundreds of interviews where I talk about it. But our children were grown and out of the house. So there wasn't that factor, and why not? It was a really cool opportunity. Somebody wanted to see me naked and paid me to see me naked, so I thought, ooh, let's go for it. So I think that was the thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, we didn't jump into the offer, and I say we a lot because I'm married, so I take that into consideration. And actually, there's a story with how Daryl got me in, kind of got it all started. I think the sales point was that, we kind of said no a couple times, and the offer kept getting better. But also, I couldn't find anything negative about the company that I originally shot with for the first time. So it was kind of a win-win kind of thing, wouldn't you say, Daryl?
Not to mention you get to be your own boss. You have more freedom. You enjoy the travel time. You get to make your own schedules.
Yeah, and that's hindsight. I mean, because at the very beginning we didn't know all that was going to happen. I actually thought I'd go down and shoot one time and that would be it, you know, and it's done. But yeah, that's why I said yes. Weirdest and darkest script you have ever been offered, and did you agree to film it? Well, let's see. Well, there was this one time that Daryl handles my professional shoots with companies. So he deals with that as part of like a managerial type position. That's what he does. I handle more of the trade shoots with the models, the girls and stuff. And he also handles like kind of like some of like male talent type trade stuff. I only do a handful of those. He handles those too. Just kind of keeps everything in check. So the weirdest and darkest script I've ever, I was offered to do one where a chick was being like kidnapped and then like fed, like fattened up and stuff supposedly, and then like put out on like a fire pit. Oh yeah, then I think she was getting pegged and fucked and all that good stuff too. But then she's being put on a fire pit apparently to get roasted. It was a really funky kind of script. I was still kind of down with it until they were trying to get one of the girls that was supposed to be in it was a woman of color, and they were trying to. So it was going to be like two white girls roasting a black girl. We were like, no, we're not doing this. And it wasn't, they weren't even trying to be racial or nothing. It just, they didn't have enough like common sense, I guess, to think that would not be a good, cool thing to do. So that was a big, nope, we're good. So I think that was kind of the weirdest deal I dealt with. Have you had public sex for a shoot or personal life, and did you enjoy it? Okay. Before I got into porn, I have had public sex with my hubby. I don't know if I can say it or not, but I'm just going to, fuck it, I'm going for it. We had sex outside of Bed Bath & Beyond a couple times. We had never been in the store, but the parking lot was awesome. And I did enjoy it. We've had sex, we were going to a concert and we got like really early, and so we had sex like, I don't know, up under a pier or something, or by a pier or something. It was, I don't even know what the fuck it was. It was somewhere like in Biloxi or something. Anyway, yeah, totally done it. What is the most sex scenes in one work day, most cocks in one work day, and most pussy in work day? I've done a boy-girl scene and a boy-girl scene before, and then in one work day, and then I've done a girl-boy and a boy-girl in a work day before. So, and some people would consider that kind of a lightweight type day, but it's pretty much, I think, so far in the industry, that's what I've done. So, and usually it's like, you know, 2 scenes. So, anyway, so I am getting the cue. It's time to wrap things up. Those are just a handful of questions. Please, again, send me your questions. I can't reply to them in email. Obviously, I can't spend all day replying to them in email, but I happily print them off and cut them up and throw them in my bucket, and I try to do videos just like this because, you know, hopefully my fans are watching the videos and they're kind of getting answers to some of their questions, even questions they may not have thought about, and that way you learn a little bit more about me. And so please, again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Kimmie Kaboom if you're not watching it on YouTube. My website is KimmieKaboom.com. I always have a free tour. And of course, you can also email me at thekimmikaboom, it's TheKimmikaboom @yahoo.com. And you can also follow me on social media, Twitter at thekimmikaboom and Instagram @the_kimmikaboom. So now that I have kimmikaboomed you to death, thank you so much for watching the video. Bye.